Sairam students, welcome back. Today we will revise our civics lesson, lesson number 3, features of the constitution. Okay, we have already finished learning about this lesson. Today we will just revise as to, in brief, as to what is there in this lesson. Okay, so what did we study first in this lesson? In this lesson, the first thing we studied was about federalism or the federal system. Yes, so what is a federal system? What is a federal system? The system of running the administration of a country cooperatively by the governments at two levels, making laws about different subjects, is called federalism. Okay, now we can see. Okay, so we have over here we have the state government, isn't it? And over here we have the central government. So these two governments cooperatively together they come and try to run the have the administration of the country in a peaceful manner according to abiding by the laws and also making laws about different subjects in the federalism. So the functioning of government at two levels, that system is called as the federal system. Fine. Going ahead, the next thing we learned was about separation of powers. Okay, now we already know that the governments are functioning at two levels. Yes, we have the union government for the entire country and we have the state government for different states, isn't it? So the state of Maharashtra will have its own state of government, the state of Goa will be having its own state government, the state of Uttar Pradesh will be having its own state government. So similarly, the number of states we have, that many number of state governments will be there. So these powers are separated amongst the union government and the state government. So what are these powers? Separation of powers. The constitution has divided the subjects for making laws between the union government and the state government. Yes, so it is by the provisions which are made in the constitution that which laws are to be made by the union government and which are to be made by the state government. Okay, so accordingly there are three lists. Okay, we have the three list contains of, you can see, the union list, the state list and the concurrent list. Yes, so the union list has 97 subjects on which the union government makes laws. Yes, so the union list has 97 subjects whereby the laws are being made by the union government. The state list, okay, the state list is for the state government and it has 66 subjects. So the state list is a list where 66 subjects are mentioned according to which the state government will make the laws. Then we have the concurrent list. The concurrent list has 47 subjects and both the governments, yes, both the governments can make the laws. Who can make these laws? These laws can be made by both the governments. Is it clear? So we have three lists: the union list, the state list and the concurrent list. The union list has 97 subjects on which the union government makes laws. The state list has 66 subjects on which the state government makes laws. And the concurrent list is the list where both the governments can make laws on 47 different subjects. So we'll just see as to what these subjects are. Okay, we can see over here a table where the lists are mentioned, subjects are mentioned according to the list. So the union list, we have the defense, foreign relations, war and peace, currency, international trade and many more. The state list can make laws related to the agriculture, law and order according for that state, local government, health, prison administration. And the concurrent list where both the central and the state government make laws are regarding the employment, the environment, economic and social planning, education and personal law. Okay, I hope till here it is clear, children. We learnt about federal system and we learnt about the separation of powers, whereby the powers are separated and in between the state government and the union government, and the lists are there according to which the governments will make laws. Fine. Going ahead. Residuary powers. Now what do you mean by residuary powers? Okay, residuary powers. Now suppose if a subject arises and it is not included in any of those three lists, so who will have the responsibility of making laws for that particular subject? So that responsibility is with the union government. The union government is entitled to make laws on it. So these powers which are being given to the union government are termed as residuary powers. The powers given to the union government for making laws on a particular on subjects which are not mentioned in the union in any of those three lists, those powers are termed as residuary powers. Fine. Going ahead, the union territories. Yes, we have 29 states and 7 union territories, and the union government controls the union territories. Like state governments has the administration of the for the state, so these union territories, they are governed or they are controlled and administered by the union government. Okay, we'll see. We have over here the states and the union territories, the 7 union territories. We'll just see which are those union territories. The 7 union territories to Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep Islands. We have Puducherry here. We have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We have Chandigarh here and Delhi over here. Delhi over here. Yes. So we have how many territories? So those where you can see those arrows, those are the 7 union territories. But last year 2 more were added to it. I'll just show you which are those. Okay, so it is Ladakh over here and Jammu and Kashmir. So these also come under the union territories. Fine. Going ahead, and 29 states as we have. Parliamentary system of government. Now, since India has adopted democracy, so we have to elect our representatives, and these representatives on our behalf go and take decisions for us. Yes, so the Indian Constitution has provided for a parliamentary system of government, and this parliamentary system consists of the which is also known as the legislature. It has the highest decision making power. Okay, so the legislature is the law making body of our country, of any country. The legislature is the law making body. So the Parliament of India is the legislature. It has the highest decision making power, and this parliament includes the president, the Lok Sabha, that is the house of the people, and the Rajya Sabha, that is the council of the states. Yes, so the Indian parliament includes the president, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Going ahead. Okay, so over here we can see over here, this is the parliament, this is the Rajya Sabha, and this is the Lok Sabha. Fine, we have already learnt this in our earlier session. Independent judiciary. Yes, now the government. Yes, so in any country, this is an important factor. Yes, so we have the judiciary, we have the legislature, the judiciary and the executive. So this judiciary is an independent machinery, you can say, is an independent separate organ which is which was established for giving justice. So this has been made or created according to the provisions in the Indian Constitution. So the Indian Constitution has created an independent judiciary. So the disputes that cannot be resolved mutually are referred to the judiciary. So what will happen? The court will listen to both the sides, both the parties, and will look into the matter, see if any injustice is there, and will give its fair judgment. Yes, it will give its fair judgment. And while doing all these things, it has to be done impartially. Impartially means you're not supposed to be partial, you're not supposed to take anybody's side. You have to grant justice without being biased, without being partial. Okay, then single citizenship. We are Indians, so we have the Constitution has given us the citizenship of India. That is the Indian citizenship. Next we have, okay, here you can see the Election Commission of India. Yes. Now what function is that of the Election Commission? Okay. Now we saw that India is a parliamentary system. We are having the parliamentary democracy over here. So according to this, we are electing our representatives on our behalf to go and participate in the government. Because in a country like India, each and every person cannot participate in the daily affairs of the government. So on our behalf, our representatives are there. So this process of sending our representatives to form the government or be a part of the government, that process is called as the election process. So this responsibility of conducting elections is there on the shoulders of the Election Commission. So what is Election Commission and why is it needed? we have the government. Why not the government? So what would happen if the government were to conduct the elections? So if the governments were to conduct elections, there would be no guarantee of free, fair and just atmosphere for elections, where people would be free to go and give their vote to the candidate of their choice, and without any fear or any pressure. So that atmosphere is needed. It is of utmost importance. So if the government is there taking control over the election process, there will not be any such atmosphere. Free and fair atmosphere will not be there. Therefore, this responsibility has been given to an independent machinery. Independent machinery means which is not controlled by the government. Yes, no particular government will have a control over the election commission. So that machinery which is established to conduct elections in the states as well as the country, that machinery is known as the election commission. So the election commission looks into the process of conducting free and fair elections in the state as well as in the country. So it is an independent machinery. Just like we have the independent judiciary, we also have an independent machinery to conduct free and fair elections, and that machinery is known as the election commission. Fine. I hope you have understood this lesson of civics. It's quite interesting, children, because you come to know these are the daily affairs, or you can say which are related to our daily lives. Okay, so you should take interest in understanding all this. Hopefully you can participate in the decision making process of the country as well. So for then I'll take on this note I will take your leave. Until then, stay safe. Sidam children, have a good day.